Hello again, and welcome to the fourth video in this little series about using SandPlay via the noosphere or the internet. So I just want to say that the clients, you're going to see samples of work from clients I've worked with over the last 2 years, and they are completely unreserved in giving me permission to use their material, which is great. They don't feel unsafe in any way. And I'm going to start by showing you this image, which was created by a person in Canada. And occasionally someone comes from abroad to work with me. This person had worked with me about 7 years ago and wanted to do some work again fairly recently. And of course, rather than wait for the COVID restrictions to end, we did it this way. And with this tray, I wanted to show you how real it is. You know, there's a mound in the middle, and it didn't happen that spontaneously. The mound I made for this client in the beginning was too small, then it was too big, and then she was happy with this. And this is a close-up where you can see the mound a bit more clearly. She also asked me to make a den for the fox, and I actually wasn't happy with the den. I thought it was too small, but she wasn't. It was good for her. So that's a good example. It's unlikely it would have been any different if she was right here. This tray is very nice too, and I wanted to illustrate, well, its redness, the rhubarb of alchemy, anger, passion, transformation, and in particular that central piece is actually 5 butterflies, and they are coming from a point, and it's almost like an eruption. I didn't see this at the time. Afterwards you see it, and the issue for this lady was a life situation that was very, very difficult and unjust, and her anger about it. And this tray perhaps as indicating that her anger would settle, and she is at this point much more accepting of the situation and even compassionate about the people who brought this situation into her life. And just again showing you that she could choose to make it red. And also, if you see this picture, you see all those red stones around the place. Actually 10 of those are red hearts. But and how did she tell me where to put them exactly? No. She asked me, as you would probably do yourself if you were in, or if she was here, just scatter them around, told me where to scatter them, and then said, no, scatter a few more. Then she was happy. I was quite stressed a bit by this one. I think I left the camera down when the client asked me to make a walled structure in the center of the tray. And this is what I made. I needed both hands, and she was very happy with it. And this picture will show you the 3-dimensionality of it from a lower view, and you can see the kind of gate into it where the dolphin was. So she was very happy with that. And in this tray, you can see this is a very angst-filled session, and this lady was dealing with a lot of fear and anxiety, and just a couple of months later she got to this point. This point. And you can see she has some big objects here, but a real change has happened in relation to the anxiety that was so present in her life. It's beginning to change now, free from it. Again, here's a very nice example. If I saw this myself, I'd wonder how could someone have given instruction to make that particular tray. But it was simple, really. I started at the top left, and she could see me as I was doing it, using my left hand. Move your hand across to the top and bring it down a bit. Yeah, come down to the corner, move across, go back up. Yeah, you can join up with the top one. And then move it, sand away a bit in the center. I think she did that bit at the beginning. And again, she was very satisfied that this was the tray she wanted to make. Finally, this tray, and I'm glad it's kind of accidental that this is the last tray in this little series, but the objects have been removed from it because the client is at a very tender place with it, and I just don't want to put it out there, although she gave me permission to. But this was the client who accepted the invitation to use SandPlay over the internet, the first person I worked with. So that's kind of special, really. And I thank you for it. And that's it. So to finish up, I would like to read a little piece I got from a client just last night, commenting about the tray, or commenting about the process. I was in my own home and could just be with how I was feeling before and after each session. I didn't have to drive or anxiously look for parking, nor had to spend time in a waiting area to use public transport. I attended each session free of the usual stresses that travel can bring. After the meeting, I didn't have to be distracted by finding a way home and could give attention to what I was feeling and cry or be quiet, journal or vent as I needed to. And I was able to plan time for reflection when I felt the session might be a painful one. Now, this was a client in Ireland, but she could not have worked with me. She says, I was just too far away for her to have engaged in the beginning. So there's an example from just one client, and she's just further away in the country. So this method of dealing with our emotions could be done with people in prison, as I said before. And when I did the session 2 days ago, I didn't know at the beginning what I was going to do. I made the circle in the sand tray just kind of spontaneously. And I used the Statue of Liberty. And I just bring it back to show you again, because it really is a powerful image. And it's about freedom. And maybe, you know, the ZoomSandplay, doing it over the internet, could represent a new freedom for this whole technique of SandPlay. So thank you for watching, and blessings on your work wherever you are. Bye.